Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the 2024 Republican primary, and more specifically, what the betting odds are saying right now. So, a little background. First of all, the betting odds, in my opinion, are a better way of taking a look, or of analyzing, not really analyzing, but I think they're more accurate than the polls because bettors have more of a reason to be unbiased. Now, there are some unbiased polls, there are some good pollsters out there, but bettors have more at stake because they're losing money, and what they're saying, you can have your biases when you're talking about politics, but it's going to be harder when you're placing money there. So I think that bettors actually have a good reason to, kind of remove their biases, the biases that they have, and do their best to analyze elections in a way that's going to be, that's going to be most accurate. So first of all, as you can see, there is no clear frontrunner in this race for the Republican primary. We can go from DeSantis to Trump to Haley to Cruz all the way to Tom Cotton, and really, this race is far from even close to being decided. You should take these betting odds with a grain of salt. We're 3.5 years away from November of 2024. We are what I think we're like something like no, we're like 2.8 years away or something like that from the 2024 Iowa caucuses. We're nearly 3 years away from that. So we should not be making any assumptions right now. We should just be looking at what the betting odds are saying and saying, okay, well, right now who's favored? And right now, as you can see, Ron DeSantis would be favored, but that's first of all, it's only 23 cents. This isn't like a 99 cents type of thing. This is only 23 cents. And we are really, this is, I wouldn't encourage anyone to make any bets on this right now. So just saying that, I'm not encouraging anyone to make any bets based on what I'm going to say in this video, but I am going to talk about what's going on in this primary field. So as I mentioned, there's no clear favorite, and even if there was, it wouldn't matter because we're in April of 2021. Talking about what happened in April of 2013, heading into the 2016 election. And actually, you probably can't go that far. Like going back to like when they started doing the betting odds, which in 2016 it was like May or June of 2015. So around a year and a half before that election. This is not a joke. Jeb Bush was the favorite, and I know he's a meme today, but Jeb Bush was the favorite to win the Republican nomination. As you can see, Bush means Jeb Bush. So on May 7th, on May 5th, the day they started doing this, Jeb Bush was favored to be the Republican nominee. Now he was only 15 cents, but as you can see, Trump wasn't even on the radar. Like if you can even find Trump's blue. Trump was barely on the. He wasn't even. He starts right here, right? Comes up a little bit, and he only be in taking a look at in on the 4th of July in 2015, Trump was 6.5 cents. Well, he was at 6.5 cents, and then he overtook Jeb Bush after in July, and really never really got rid of that lead. Now Carson did overtake him for like a day, it looks like, or maybe a little bit, but that really doesn't matter because it was only a day. So again, you should take these betting odds with a grain of salt, and they stopped doing this in May 3rd, 2016, where Trump was here. But you should take these betting odds kind of with a grain of salt because they are very misleading. They can change any second they want to. It's not like the polls where we have a small trend or a big scandal happens. These odds are less predictable than the polls because they are more unbiased. Now, taking a look at the top 8, let's do this. Taking a look at our let's do top 8 at our Republican. This website's kind of bad, but we should just briefly look at it. Then we're going to go to predict it. Right now, Donald Trump is the favorite to win the Republican nomination pretty easily, followed then by Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, then Mike Pence, then Ivanka Trump, then Tucker Carlson, then Ted Cruz, then Tom Cotton. Now, let's look at every candidate they're going to offer. They're going, actually, that's too much, but right now, Trump, Haley, DeSantis, Pence, Ivanka Trump, Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz, Tom Cotton, Josh Hawley, Mike Pompeo, Kristi Noem, and I don't even know if they're going to want to Let me scroll down here. But that's, it's a pretty, it's a pretty, we don't really have a favorite. And that is a pretty telling, this is going to be a brutal primary. Now, I think, especially if Trump doesn't run, because Nikki Haley said, she was asked like a week ago by reporters, if Trump runs, are you going to run? She said she won't run if Trump runs. Now, if Trump doesn't run, she's probably going to run. And I think we should talk about this. And I do plan on making, this is kind of, I group my videos into two categories. We have analysis videos like this, where I just pull up a web page and talk about it, and it's completely unscripted. I have videos that I script and edit that take longer but are better quality, that I don't release as much. But I'm definitely gonna make one of those for the Republican primary. Hopefully in this upcoming month when I have some more time for myself. But really, taking again, no clear favorite, and no one is, at best we have 23 cents for DeSantis, and it's pretty conflicting because on this website they have Trump as the favorite. On Predicted they have DeSantis as the favorite. So, looking at the betting odds on Predicted, which I like better, they were better in the 2020 election. They were better with the Georgia runoffs. Right now, Ron DeSantis is favored to be the Republican nominee, 23 cents on the dollar, which, for those of you who don't know, that's not a lot. That's like, not that's not good. But it's still the best out of these. Then we have closely behind DeSantis is Donald Trump. Then we have Nikki Haley, 10 cents, Ted Cruz at 6 cents, Mike Pence at 6 cents, Kristi Noem at 6 cents. And actually, because some of you might not know who these people are, I'll actually say who they are. DeSantis, the governor of Florida; Trump, the former president; Haley, the former governor of South Carolina and UN ambassador; Ted Cruz, senator from Texas; Mike Pence, former vice president; Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota; Mike Pompeo, former secretary of state. I think I probably butchered that. Tom Cotton, senator from Arkansas; Marco Rubio, senator from Florida. He ran in 2016. Josh Hawley, senator from Missouri; Tucker Carlson, host on Fox News; Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump's son; Tim Scott, senator from South Carolina; Mitt Romney, probably the most prominent anti-Trumper in the party and senator from Utah; Rick Scott, senator from Florida; and we have Larry Hogan, the moderate governor of Maryland. So, again, very, very, very crowded field, and we don't really know who's fake. Obviously, Rubio or someone like DeSantis or Trump has a better chance than Scott or Romney or Larry Hogan, but we're still talking about a field that has not really narrowed down. We haven't really had any major announcements for anyone saying they're not going to run, and that's kind of expected because we're still 3.5 years away. Like in 2 years from now, we'll have a much clearer view, because, like I said, in only a year and a half away, Jeb Bush was favored to be the Republican nominee, and today that's a punchline. So, really, we don't know who's going to be the GOP nominee based on these betting odds. Now, what I will tell you is that we kind of have our tiers that we can make. We can make tiers. We can say, the first tier of people who are very likely to be the nominee at this point, DeSantis and Trump. Then we're going down to, possibly Haley, Cruz. I'd say Pence, not. And they were looking at, maybe, probably not, Kristi Noem, Tom Cotton. I don't know why Pompeo's then. Then they're kind of long shots like Pompeo, Rubio. That actually put Hawley higher, Carlson's higher too, Tim Scott, and then we just have no chance. There's no way it's Larry Hogan, no way it's Mitt Romney. They'd never win primaries. And, Hogan's not well known enough. Romney's just despised by the base. So, yeah. Now, taking a look at the Democratic odds right now for who their nominee is going to be. Again, Hillary Clinton's always here for whatever reason. Like even in May of 2020, like a year ago, she was at 10 cents in the betting odds. And remember, Andrew Cuomo surged in the betting odds for a while when he was being praised for his handling of COVID. Obviously his political future is looking pretty bleak at this point, but really, things can change with the blink of an eye. Now, Kamala Harris right now is favored, but it's been kind of up and down. I think Biden was favored at one point. No, he wasn't, but it's been pretty elastic at this point. We can so for the past 30 days, Harris was favored a lot a month ago. It's kind of narrowed up since because Biden had a press conference where he was asked, are you going to be the Democratic nominee in 2024? He said that's his plan. So again, Kamala Harris, she's she's the presumptive nominee if Biden's the presumptive nominee if he wants to be, but he's I'm not gonna lie, he's a pretty old dude, so we're gonna have to see where we are in 3 years from now. It's too hard to predict right now, but I'd say Biden and Harris kind of a toss up between who's gonna be the nominee in 2024, and then Buttigieg, Ocasio-Cortez, Warren, Sanders, Clinton. I don't really think any of them have a chance. 24 hours just to see what this is like. This changes every hour. So 2 hours ago, Kamala Harris was slightly more favored than she is now. So I think and I think we're gonna wrap up the video here. So that's essentially it. What you should be, I guess, taking away from this is that we cannot tell who's going to be the Republican nominee. Obviously, DeSantis, taking a look at this, DeSantis, Trump, DeSantis, Haley, kind of the top three. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It would be really helpful because again, only around 10% of my viewers are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you really are a good person, you'll hit the notification bell too. But that's it for this video. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.